Oh,
Mamdani urges
this
U.S.
one's
government
maximum.
to arrest Netanyahu if he visits U.S. Yep. The reason he is urging them is because he wanted to arrest them, Netanyahu himself, but his lawyers looked into it and don't have the authority because because the U.S. isn't a part of the ICC that has the warrant out for his arrest. So, but yeah, let's check
Gee,
that
I
out.
wonder why we're not a part of the ICC.
Yeah, why? Why would
Maybe
the
it's all those war
hmm.
crimes we committed.
Was it Bush that opted out of that? Was that the
Yeah, I believe so.
hmm.
But Obama stuck to it pretty hard. Biden
Oh yeah.
also.
Yeah, the the drone striker in chief or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Surprise. Real weird.
Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal, the architect of a horrific genocide against the Palestinian people. He is responsible for the killing of more than 73,000 people, for the maiming of tens of thousands of children as those who survive undergo amputation without anesthesia, for the targeting of neonatal hospitals and maternity care centers, denying newborns even the chance to live, for the countless people he starved as he blocked food and humanitarian aid from reaching them, for the gunning down of hundreds of aid workers and journalists. And just last month, the UN confirmed that Palestinian children continue to be deliberately targeted and killed by Israeli armed forces, more than 8 months after the so-called ceasefire. The list goes on and on, all as we, as Americans, pay for the bombs that do the killing. There is a reason the International Criminal Court issued a warrant for his arrest. As human beings, we have spent generations building a shared understanding that there are crimes so grave they offend all of humanity. Anyone, with their eyes, with their heart, with their conscience, should recognize the devastation he has wrought and understand that he belongs before a court of law. As I've said, I agree with the ICC that Benjamin Netanyahu should be arrested and tried for his crimes, as I do for anyone else charged by the ICC. My administration has reviewed every avenue available under applicable law to determine whether New York City could execute the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant if Benjamin Netanyahu came here. It is clear that we do not have the independent legal authority to enforce this warrant. The federal government, however, does, and I call on them to join the ICC and execute this warrant. And I want to be equally clear. Benjamin Netanyahu is not welcome in New York City, nor is any other war criminal at large. While we cannot end the genocide on our own, we can decide whether our silence will become another weapon, and we can examine every tool we have to defend the humanity and dignity of all people. That is my commitment to you.
Yeah, facts. Fucking based. Fucking
Yeah.
no notes.
Fuck. Just true.
Honestly,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's nice to see a fucking leader in the United States say that shit. Just like I don't see. I mean, look, like I don't think I appreciate him doing that when I urged the U.S. government to do this. They're not going to do that.
No,
They're
no, they're
gonna do
not.
that.
Not this one. That's for
But
sure.
right, but what it does do is signal to people like, hey, you should be voting for people that will do this. You should probably support people that are like against this. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's not especially complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And what political organization did Zohran come up in? Did I forget? What was that? What was that called again?
I think it starts for the was it DS. There's another letter there.
Was it
DSA,
the
right? Yeah, that's right. That's the
demonic
one.
communists or something like that? What was it? The no, it was the
Communist.
DS. The was it Democratic Socialists of America? Was that it? Was that the one? Is that
Oh,
yeah?
right. Yeah, I think that's the one.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the
The
one.
it couldn't be the organization that this current administration is extremely fear mongering / starting in a McCarthyite style crackdown on and putting on blacklists, right? But no, they're
They
not. They're not as
literally
scared
were
of
like,
ideas, right?
they literally were like, McCarthy was right. We
Literally, like,
down.
like you guys realize, like, in all of history classes, like up until then, that has been taught as a bad thing, right? You guys understand? Like, no, it was really effective though. It's like, yeah, do you know what else was real effective? Fucking there's a lot of effective methods of killing people in the Holocaust. Israel is being quite effective as they kill people and, you know, commit a genocide right now. What the, like, dude. I don't know. But here's a reporter asking Mamdani if he would have sought arrest of Hamas leaders after that video came out. Which is pretty fucking stupid.
CNN. Peak CNN to fucking post.
Pretty fucking stupid. Because I don't know if they know this, but Hamas leaders don't leave Israel, Gaza, the Palestinian areas. That's not a thing.
They go way too.
Unless you're talking about like the very, very top people who are in other countries that would never like be able to get into the US. Like, what the fuck kind of dumb one sovereign leader of a nation that we're supplying arms to versus, you know, fucking guerrilla warfighter? Like, what are you fucking talking about? All right, let's see what they have to. Let's give them a chance.
Some Jewish groups have noted that in your video, you didn't include a reference to October 7th or Hamas leaders who carried out that attack. And it's not.
You're right. He should have included a reference to October 7th. Don't you know that all history started on October 7th? Sir.
Yeah.
Not easy always to pin you down on this subject.
That's wild.
Forgive me, but because there aren't many perfect analogies to draw. For instance, not all world leaders or alleged war criminals have ICC warrants, or they're not planning to come to the UN General Assembly, or perhaps they're dead. So my question is that would you, if circumstances were different, would you have vowed to arrest the leaders of Hamas who perpetrated the October 7th?
Oh, so this is a hypothetical if the people who planned the October 7th attack had relations in like with the ICC and like more international bodies, if they would, you know, if they decided to come to. So this is a thought experiment that is totally irrelevant, that has nothing to do with anything, because that's not the fucking case. What kind of question is this? This is insane. This is reporting, I guess, now.
Well,
like, bro, but like, I know it's not, but what if this? Like, what would you do then, bro?
So I'm not necessarily against the use of hypotheticals when questioning like a person in power, but you can't, if you're going to pose a hypothetical,
it's gotta be realistic,
has
right?
to be possible. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It has to be something like is actually like conceivably possible, like it like has a chance of happening. This doesn't have any chance of happening. So what is the use of trying to entertain this hypothetical? Like I don't like the only use for it is to like beat the chest of Zionists and Philistimites.
Right. Just
That's
like
really the only utility this serves.
And then so what
it's CNN, so I just
like what do you even answer this? Like, yes? Next question. Like fucking like, yeah, if the people that specifically like organized that specific attack should be arrested, yeah, they caused war crimes to be committed, but that does not erase like or give cause to Israel to commit a genocide. Is the whole thing. You know, like
they're not mutually exclusive things. Like, I mean, I think if it was, I mean, I haven't seen the response yet, so I don't.
Yeah, we gotta get through it. My bad.
Consuming other stuff. Yeah, but yeah, roll it. I'm curious what he says.
If they were visiting New York, and if so, why not include something about that to show New Yorkers that, you're presenting a more balanced approach? Why not include that in your video?
Didn't the ICC put forward a warrant for Yahya Sinwar?
I mean, I know he's dead.
There.
Yes, but my point is that they did. And in the video, I made very clear, as I have before, that my interest in executing that warrant is not specific to Benjamin Netanyahu, but to anyone who they put a warrant towards for war crimes and crimes against humanity. And
right.
part of that is a reflection of a universal politics. And it is from a universal politics that I can look on October 7th and describe it for what it is, which is a horrific war crime. And I can also look at Benjamin Netanyahu and see the way that he has orchestrated this genocide and also deem him to similarly be a war criminal. And I think especially at a time when there are those in Washington who are discussing measures to take apart the International Criminal Court, what so many are looking for is a sense that there is in fact a rule of law across the world where there are crimes that are so grave that they offend all of humanity. And I believe that we should hold those who perpetrate them accountable, no matter who they are or where they're from. And when it comes to the ICC, they've put forward warrants, whether it's Yahya Sinwar, Benjamin Netanyahu, I think a few other members of the Israeli government. I believe that all of them should be honored.
Dude, he's so fucking good.
It's called ideological consistency.
Yeah.
It's really simple.
He's so good at explaining it. He's just like, dude, no, I just want the fucking law to apply to everyone. Like, what do you mean?
He's like, if this guy that you guys already killed were still alive and not killed by you, and he came here somehow, yes, I would arrest him because the same fucking laws apply.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Like, what's the point in having this discussion? Like, did you even watch what I said the first time? Because what you're telling me right now indicates that you didn't really understand what I said. So maybe you might want to take some time to go back.
It was a 2-minute long video
rather than asking me to repeat what I have already said multiple times over. I'm pretty sure the record is pretty reliable and just stands on its own. So you can just go watch the original first time I said it. I still feel the same way now that I felt when I said that.
Right. Yeah, no, he's fucking so good at explaining shit like that, dude. It's perfect. Yeah, no, it's right there.
Look, he's good at explaining it because it's just like, it's a very simple concept.
Yeah.
Like,
you just don't hear that from politicians, and that's the thing.
Hard to fucking explain. He's just honest.
Well, yeah, because we're so used to American exceptionalism. It's like, well, no, obviously we're the best, but like
politicians.
Obviously, America can do no wrong, but or our allies. Our allies cannot either.
Saying, "Oh, I think the organization that I used to work for is a good organization, and it would be good if they looked into what happened with Dean Kamen and to figure out whether or not something wrong happened." It's like, dude, he was fucking in a photo with Jeffrey Epstein. What are you talking about? Give me a break.